Hey guys, it's Zephyrnix here, and I gotta admit, man, this thing with Sony has gotten worse. Like, seriously, it's gotten pretty bad. Now, before I go ahead and tell you the new news, I think it might be best if I go ahead and recap the old news. So, with that being said, I was actually on Epic Battle Axe, where Jess actually posted a list of the things that happened. So, with that being said, she has dates and everything, so just hop right into it. So, on Tuesday, April 19th, Sony and the quality service were hacked. They were compromised, and Sony chose not to disclose any information to its users about the infiltration. Okay, now remember that. That's the key. That's one of the key dates right there. So on April 20th, 2011, one day later, Sony finally closed both services, knowing that they were hacked, and they issued a vague statement to its 77 million users. Excuse me, belittling, or basically what she says, belying the severity of the situation. Quote, we are aware certain functions of the PlayStation Network are down. We will report back as soon as we have more information. Basically, they lied to you. So, on Thursday, April 21st, Sony said that they were still investigating the causes of the outages, that it could be a day or two until they were live again. Now, at the same time, the European PlayStation blog posted this particular statement here. They said, our support teams are investigating the cause of the problems, including the possibility of a targeted behavior by an outside party, aka we were hacked by somebody else. So the statement was actually removed almost instantly after it was posted. So that's definitely something that we need to keep in mind there, because why would they remove it if there wasn't some truth to it? So on April 22nd, on a Friday, Sony finally went public to the information about its network has been hacked. Anonymous instantly denied responsibility, and the PlayStation Network quality service remained down. There you go. Let's keep going here. On Monday, Sony pretty much said an outside security team concluded that the hacker targeted customer data. Sony didn't go public with this information until the next day, despite ample opportunity. Okay. So now, mind you of this. By ample opportunity, that means that on that day, if you guys remember, on that day, Patrick Steinbold actually posted on his blog. So he actually, he was actually communicating with the users at the time, So they already know the situation and what's already been taken already, right? And he said this on his blog, quote, on the 25th, he said it this: I know you are aware you are awaiting additional information on when the PlayStation Network and quality services will be online. Unfortunately, I don't have an update or time frame to share at this particular point. We, as we previously noted, this is a time intensive process, and we're working to get them back online quickly. We will update you with information when it becomes available. Once again, thank you for your patience. Never actually saying that they actually found out that it was your user information. So once again, the first time they didn't tell you until 4 days later that you were hacked, and now they're not telling you. That your information was stolen now. Now, it says 1 week. No, this is April 26th, Tuesday. Okay, this is almost a full week. No, actually, it does qualify as a full week that PlayStation Network was. Well, no, it's a full week that your information was stolen. So, 1 week after learning about the data leak, Sony announced that the hack stole personal information and potentially all 77 million users, including full names, addresses, birth dates, passwords, emails, and possibly credit card information. Sony said that its networks could be down for at least 1 more week, okay? Now, if you don't mind, let me go ahead really quick. Now, let's see here. Now, mind you, I posted my video, the real story behind PlayStation Network being down, on April 24th, okay? I just want to let you know. So I'm trying to give you guys a time frame here. So that's when I went ahead and announced that my particular video was down. So it took them 2 more days after I announced what really happened. This is when they finally started telling you what really happened. Okay, just letting you know. On Wednesday, April 27th, Sony posted its first QA, on the blog to answer any questions about the hack, revealing that there was no evidence of credit card data being stolen because that information was encrypted, although it remains a possibility. Now that's kind of Now, on Thursday, the next day, Sony posted another one, very similar to that, but, excuse me, there you go. Now, on Sunday, May 1st, Sony hosted a press conference, and you guys already know the press conference of the situation. Basically, they bowed and this and that, and this and that, and this and like that, and like this and like that, and okay, so there we go. So, now here's the kicker right here. Now, we're kind of brought up to date. It took us about 5 minutes to get you up to date, 6 minutes almost, but we got you up to date on what the situation is. Long story short, Sony has pretty much not only lied to you, but pretty much broken the law. Everyone who was saying to me on the 24th, nobody, if they have your information stolen, they have a responsibility to tell you. Guess what? 2 days later, they told you. Now, of course, those people are nowhere to be found. Of course, they're not. But nonetheless, we're going to keep going. So, that's pretty much it. Pretty much this particular data loss pretty much is the fourth largest hack in history. First one, of course, being the Sears Roebuck breach, where 90 million records were lost, followed by the 2007 TJ Maxx one, and then I don't remember. I think the Heartland payment system was the third one. So Sony is actually in the fourth place in terms of who got hacked the largest. So that depends on how you see it, I guess. Yay. Small victories, right? So anyway, so here's the thing that we haven't announced yet. Now, we've already talked about SOE being hacked. On Monday, May 2nd, I'm sorry, we're not caught up yet. On Monday, May 2nd, they found out that SOE was hacked, including credit card information. Sony removed SOE, services such as DC Universe Online and all the other ones, including EverQuest and whatnot, which was funny because I was actually going to do a video on a certain feature I found out for PSC users, and at the same time I was trying to log into EverQuest to use it as an example because I thought it'd be good as an example. Unfortunately, for some reason I couldn't log in. I couldn't figure out why. Now I know. So I knew from that video, but you get the idea. So that was pretty much it for that particular one. Now here's the kicker. Now this is where we kind of catch up to date now. Sony was how to put this? Let me get my list here. So Sony was told basically that they needed to answer for their situations because this was just bad, and they're right, it was bad. So without further ado, they actually was invited to Congress. It's right. So the government stepped in, was like, Sony, something's wrong. Your dates are messed up. So they had to pretty much answer questions like, when did you find out about the situation? Basically, we already know the answers, but when did you find out about the situations, this, that, and basically stuff that was going to go ahead and damage Sony a lot. So now this was basically, let me see, this was during a congressional hearing. Now here's the kicker. Sony did not show up. Now, mind you, this particular thing was for a U.S. situation, and Sony's definitely a Japanese situation. But at the same time, here's the kicker: can Sony, just because they're Japanese, can they just say no? We're not going to answer to the American people. Well, actually, they could, but it's not in their best interest, and it's absolutely stupid of them. Because after all, you get most money from the U.S. And even if that wasn't the case, in most cases, when the U.S. will walk one way, in normal cases, other countries will do the same walking. For example, you already have Australia already starting to kind of shake a little bit due to the whole PSN situation. Then again, quite frankly, to be a gamer in Australia is kind of I use that word lightly, gamer that is. Because they really hold you down. But whatever's whatever. We'll keep going. I just don't believe in the Australian rules when it comes to gaming. That's pretty much all that is. But anyway, so, but yeah, it pretty much prompted them to go ahead and increase the security laws there. So that's pretty much it, for catching up to date. Now, Sony did not show up at this congressional Congress hearing, and needless to say, the guys at Congress ain't taking this line down. So, and there's some more information too. Sony then announced, around that time, that only 900 credit cards were actually active when all the information was stolen. However, that being said, this is mind you, this is before the actual well, we'll get to that in a minute. Basically, they said 900 credit cards were active that was stolen. Now, first of all, it's nearly damn near impossible to find out if these things were actually active or not unless you actually charge them. So that doesn't necessarily mean that it's only 900. It's actually most likely more than that. But that being said, let's go ahead over to the fact that they have your information. So it's not that hard for them, thanks to Sony, to go ahead and pick up your new credit cards and whatnot. So I mean, whatever's whatever. Now, Sony actually recently found out. Now, I actually found out this news already, but one guy named Undead Bebop, or Undead Bob Bop, actually went ahead and showed me a link here. I already knew about this. I found out, but I didn't want to talk about it until a little bit later on. Anyway, they found out that Sony found anonymous documents uploaded to their service. So, first of all, Bebop decided to call that as quote-unquote proof. Dude, that's not proof. So I'm not part of Anonymous. But do you realize that I can make a text file saying that we are anonymous, we are untouchable, whatever it is, we are something, or whatever the tagline is, and upload it. So if I go in and upload that same text file, does that make Anonymous responsible for something that I uploaded? The answer is no. I mean, it kind of makes you think. Like, I'm not even sure who this guy is, but he seems to be a child. I'm just saying, you can definitely tell when you're talking to a young guy by the quote-unquote proof that they provide. Anyway, no hate to that. I'm just saying. So, during the congressional hearing, though, we find out a lot more about the situation. We found out that key parts of Sony's PlayStation Network didn't have firewall protection. They knew that it didn't have firewall protection. Thanks to Icy Rhymes, thanks to Icy recently, who actually found out something new.
Sims 3 popped up, and they had that, so I had to jump on that. I'm a big Sims fan. I help master type and likes to hop on Steam. So, now we...
Hold on a second.
Back with another video. It was like 10 or 15 bucks, and then Dragon Age 2 was like 20. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, people that were somehow affected by this, room for further enhancement. One known of in the world, but Sony was not aware of it. ... Covered that. You see this article here. Sony Chief Information Officer made an astounding and disturbing admission to the Tokyo press conference. In the Tokyo press conference, the company was fully aware of the vulnerabilities of PlayStation Network. Fully aware of the vulnerabilities in PlayStation Network.
In other words, they were fully aware. Just in case you didn't understand it, they were fully aware of the whole situation. Fully aware. Sorry about that. Just in case you didn't understand that, let me repeat that. They were fully aware of the situation. They were fully aware that the information was available for them to have. I'm sorry, Icy, maybe they didn't understand. What was it again?
In an astounding and disturbing admission to the Tokyo press conference. In the Tokyo press conference, the company was fully aware of the vulnerabilities of PlayStation Network. Fully aware, fully aware, fully aware, fully aware.
I can do it forever.
Fully aware, fully aware, fully aware of the vulnerabilities in PlayStation Network. In the internet.
They were fully aware of the whole vulnerability situation. Fully aware. Do I have to repeat it again? I'm just saying. And I'm going to end it there. For two reasons. One, because I'm on for already 14 minutes and 23 seconds. But aside from that, what else is there to say? What else is there to say about Sony? I've been doing this for 4 years. And I've been right for 4 long years. You guys have a good night. Actually, no, it's been 6 years. But you guys have a good night anyway. Because Zephyrnix is out.